Parag, arbitration is something that maybe a lot of folks aren't familiar with. I mean, you and I practice law and we engaged in arbitration. We also tried cases before juries. How is it that folks come to be involved in arbitration as opposed to a jury trial?
Involuntarily, unfortunately, most of the time. There's usually a contract that has an arbitration clause in it that requires the parties to go to arbitration as opposed to court.
Okay, so that's a clause that if most people are like me, you sign a bunch of not even aware that that's in there, but you go, oh, okay, so jury trial is not an option, I'm going the arbitration route. Once committed to that course of action, how do they decide who their arbitrator is going to be or where they're going to arbitrate?
So that's the unfortunate piece. They don't have any control. They believe that the company that is in the arbitration clause has a panel of people that is sufficient enough to help resolve their dispute, but they're just kind of along for the ride.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you correctly, the clause requires them to go, they work with a certain company, that company has a panel, and a little bit like Henry Ford said, you can have any color you want as long as it's black,
right.
as long as you select from these folks. But parties don't have to do that, right? I mean, so what can they do if they find themselves in a situation?
So the one good thing the parties can do is they can choose to not go with whoever's in the clause. They can just basically strike that out and say, hey, we want to have the control back, and we want to choose an arbitrator that is more relatable to us, that has more of the expertise, and really select from a group of individuals that are not bound in any way, but to just help them with their dispute.